structural engineer sheet to put on stilts. Mark. Not 8. Carter, did you count them? How many did you get?
I got 1.
11. So in that spot there, 11. We're going to have to, if we're the structural engineer, our plan would be to put 11 buildings on stilts. And what we'll see, when we go through this, we're going to see if that fits in our budget, if it's realistic, and if we think it's a good idea. So, one example of that would be, like I said and Seamus agreed, City Hall on stilts. Do we think that would really work? You've seen a City Hall before. They're giant, brick-heavy buildings. And a famous hotel, I've seen actually on the shore, they do have hotels on stilts. It's actually fun. But City Hall on stilts might not work. So that might not be a good idea. So, what we're going to be doing is similar things for the rest of our maps. We're going to need our blue crayons and red crayons. We'll go to each map, remark which ones get flooded by storm surge, which ones get flooded by rivers, and then we will mark our different strategies to stop floods on each map. Then we'll do some calculations to see how much each is going to cost. And then you'll make your final plan, and that's when you'll get these little guys. So here's an example of the house on stilts. So you'll get these little guys, and you'll be able to take a final map and plop a house on stilts on a house that you're going to put on stilts. A levee where you're going to put a levee, a seawall where you're going to put a seawall, and a grassland or wetland where you think a wetland. So that's how much they cost. So take your structural engineer sheet and flip that one over. Flip your structural engineer sheet over and find the levee engineer sheet. That should have a little roadblock up there. Flip that paper over. Find the levee engineer sheet. Flip this structural engineer paper over. Alright, so same thing we're going to do here. Get your red out for our storm surge. And those same buildings get the red small X. It's going to be a little repetitive, but it is going to be important.
Wait, oops, I forgot that we weren't.
It's going to be the same thing, but it's going to be important for a couple of these. The stilts we could do for everyone, but as you'll see, the levee will only be able to protect certain buildings. That's the word. So when you're done with your red, you'll come with your blue for all your river flooding buildings.
Blue is affected by river, right?
Yes. our crayon should be moving, because I'm going to move on. I don't want to hear the people who are just sitting there staring at a screen that has the answers that should be on there complaining that they're behind. I know. People should be, yes.
What was that other big building that some have and don't have?
What do you mean?
Like, there's a building right around here that we don't have. There's not that down or something. Hello.
I don't know.
Hello.
They must have updated the sheet. Marking? I'll tell you what your next directions are. Well, not right now, no. We're gonna go through one by one. You're calling out a lot. I don't know if you're asking me a question because your hand's not up. Yes. So we should have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 red. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 blue. Now, this is your levy engineer sheet. So for this solution, it says you'll help each town by building levees. A levee is a wall of earth or stone built between the river and the town. Levees protect against a flooding river, but don't protect against storm surge from the ocean. The pen in your head needs to be up. So, our levee, that's why it's important to have our blue and our red marks here, because the levees only protect from the river. Levees aren't strong enough to protect from the ocean. So the levees can only protect river flooding. So, our levees need to be built where they can protect any building that gets flooded by the river. So, we're going to take our pencil, and the levees can be pretty big, so they can protect pretty much one of these blocks here. So we're going to need one levee here. Our pencil should be in our hand. We've drawn a nice circle here for a levee. We need a levee here to protect our building next to City Hall. We'll need one levee here to protect these 3 buildings. We'll need a levee here to protect our hotel and its little friends. And we're going to need a levee here to protect that one building. There's nothing here to protect. So if it floods over here, our job is to protect the building. So there's no buildings here. This is natural land, and natural land, flooding is a part of the natural world. So could even possibly be beneficial for natural land to get flooded sometimes. Natural part of the world. We want to try to not disrupt natural things as much as possible. Yeah.
What about like other houses that are like up higher?
With these ones?
Yeah.
Here?
Yeah.
They don't get flooded. We don't have to worry about those. So, an example of something you're going to be thinking about later when you make your final plan. Let's say you're looking at our 2 that we've done so far, our levees versus our stilts. You could see a levee costs $50,000, and it costs $150,000 to put a house on stilts. So even though you're only protecting one historical building here with this levee, it might make more financial sense to still build the levee than to put that one on stilts. Yeah.
Oh, like, it's like a, that ocean stopper thing,
That'll be coming up. So, how many levees do we have to build?
4.
build?
4. We had to build 4 levees. We put that answer there. Yes.
How big are those ocean
You'll see.
spots?
They're a little bigger.
We're on levy, right?
Yep, we're on levy engineer. You should have a 4 right there.
Oh Lord, I just read it on the other people.
At this point, we're going to take a break. You can take out your flex activities. We're halfway through our maps. We can take out our flex activities. I'll leave this up if anyone needs it. But we should quietly right now fill in our science 2, add in a science 3,